his CEO.
Yes.
And he said that, and I'm sure you heard that. But speak to the point, because a lot of people have raised concerns, and that is the balance we're seeking to get in this conversation. Obviously, we have a challenge with our health sector. We've called it brain drain for obvious reasons. We know the economic situation. A lot of people seeking that greener pasture. Whether or not the pasture is really green is another thing entirely. But we have a challenge on our hands. We don't have enough health workers in the country. And the challenge is, so what will happen if everybody just ups and leaves? What will happen to the people here? Our health needs in Nigeria. He says that, how many people left last year?
43,000 in 3 years. And last year alone, 15,000. I had to make him so that I'll be sure I heard him.
Yeah. So are you concerned about that? Isn't that a challenge? Because we know the nurse to patient ratio in Nigeria is abysmal. It's not what it should be naturally. Is that something you're also worried about?
Very much. We are so much worried about that. But let me also ask this question before I go to answer the main question. Why are they leaving? Have we looked inward to ask ourselves, why are nurses migrating en masse? They are migrating because they needed greener pastures. And so, if we are going to do anything to retain nurses, we should improve the working condition and the packages given to nurses.
But can the government ever pay up to £2,000 that people earn in the UK?
Why not, if not?
Wow, that's like what? Almost 3
million? Perhaps you should give us a step-by-step, a breakdown of the working conditions that you're dissatisfied with as nurses.
The hours of working generally, you have to work 40 hours per week. Sometimes you do more than that here.
I think that's an average of 8 a day, right?
8 hours a day. And because of the shortages, you have to, compensate that and that. But looking at these working conditions, because you are really, I would say, critically short-staffed. We are critically short-staffed. You find a nurse taking care of, in charge of 32 patients at a time.
One nurse?
One nurse to 32, and the ratio is even high. But when you go to inside the world, you see most times you see one nurse to 32 patients or more.
What's the standard?
Well, the global standard should be 1 to 7.
Oh, wow.
Where you have a good standing, it should be 1 to 4.
Oh, dear.
Oh,
yeah.
So, now he said, there's no going back on the policy if I heard him right. I mean,